Let's talk about this for a second. So this is the most common question and the common fear with everyone who has had a gastric bypass or gastric mini bypass, sleeve gastrectomy, gastric band, whatever, but a bariatric surgery anyways. So the question is, the fear is that, can your new stomach stretch out? And the answer to that is yes, it can stretch out, and yes, you can gain weight, but only to a certain point. I don't think you would ever go back to where you once were. Let's just take myself as an example. So back in the day, I was competing in strongman competitions. So when I was a natural strongman, at my heaviest I weighed 128 kilos, and when I did steroids I weighed at my heaviest 141 kilos. And I remember how it was like to eat all the time. It was just about maintaining my current frame, so the food, the eating wasn't enjoyable. I was just constantly force-feeding myself. It sucked. So to go back to where I once were, it would take too much work, because I would have to constantly force-feed myself, binge eat, and I think I would just throw up all the time. And I think before I would even get there, my new stomach would just explode or tear up. So also, this is good to mention as well. At least for those who went through the gastric bypass surgery, you can't absorb all the nutrients and calories that you're getting from food, because especially the fat calories, because your new stomach doesn't produce as much stomach acid as the old one did. And also the fats would move too quickly to your small intestine, so you'd have a lot of diarrhea and loose stools. That's how it is to eat the fat calories with the new stomach. So the takeaway from this video is that after the surgery, you can't eat at McDonald's every day and expect to have a six-pack abs. It doesn't work like that. But still, at the same time, don't sweat it. Don't fear all the time that, oh, will my new stomach stretch out? Like, calm down. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's physically impossible to get as big as where you once were. I think you could think about your stomach as bubble gum. So let's say you have one piece of chewing gum or bubble gum, whatever you call it. So you chew it and then you stretch out the bubble gum. Let's say it gets like this long. But think about the same bubble gum when you take 2/3 of it away and then you try to stretch it out again. It maybe stretches out like this at most, but it could never go back to here. You know why? Because you took 2/3 of it away. So does it make sense? I think you know what I mean. Also, this is the one last thing I'm going to mention in this video. So when they chopped off like 2/3 of your stomach, most of the hunger hormones and stretch receptors were left in the old stomach. And yeah, your new stomach doesn't have so much of the hunger hormones and stretch receptors left. And that is the reason it can't grow back to its original size. But remember, guys and girls who went through a bariatric surgery, still try to make good food choices. Thank you for your time.